Hello and welcome to another edition of News Showcase. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. The Supreme Court has said it will not rule against the recent appointment of 2 election commissioners and stated it will cause confusion with only weeks to go before the general elections. The court also said there are no allegations against Gayanesh Kumar and Sukhvinder Singh Sandhu, who were appointed this month to fill key vacancies. The court also told the petitioners that the new law, which was used to appoint top election officials, cannot be presumed to be wrong. The appointments followed the shock resignation of Election Commissioner Arun Goel this month, which left the poll regulator, the Election Commission, with just one officer at the top. Quick replacements apparently became necessary, with the country's national elections just round the corner. In another decision, the top court ordered the Tamil Nadu governor to reappoint Ponmudi as minister in the state government. Governor R.N. Ravi now faces a deadline to induct the minister back into the state cabinet by Friday. The minister resigned after the Madras High Court convicted him for amassing illegal wealth, which was later set aside by the Supreme Court. The governor refused to reappoint him on the grounds that it was against constitutional morality. The corruption charges against the former minister dates back to the period between 1991 and 2006, when he served in the government at the time. The High Court handed him and his wife a 3-year jail term and a fine of rupees 50 lakh each. The State Bank of India says it has disclosed the unique number on electoral bonds that identify the donor and the political party that received the fund. The disclosure comes as the Supreme Court maintained pressure on the bank to furnish all details to the Election Commission, which will post them on its website. The electoral bond program was declared illegal by the court in February. It was introduced by the government to allow secret funding of political parties with the aim of keeping illegal cash out of the system. According to details released so far, the governing BJP topped the list of beneficiaries of the funding program, followed by the Trinamool Congress Party of West Bengal and the Congress Party. A government spokesperson has stated that the United States acknowledges Arunachal Pradesh as part of India and resolutely resists any efforts to assert territorial claims over the area. The statement comes in the wake of the Chinese military reasserting its claim over the region following a visit by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the state this month. A Chinese official recently stated that Beijing does not recognize the region as part of India and protests against visits by Indian leaders to the state as a means of emphasizing its claims. India firmly dismissed China's assertions of sovereignty over Arunachal Pradesh, stating that the state is an inseparable part of the nation and dismissed Beijing's stand as absurd. The Isha Foundation has announced that Sadhguru Jagi Vasudev has undergone a surgical procedure in a Delhi hospital due to a critical brain hemorrhage. A statement said that his recovery is progressing well, surpassing expectations. The yoga icon has been experiencing intense headaches in recent weeks before he was taken to the Indraprastha Apollo Hospital last Sunday. A medical examination disclosed both a long-standing bleed and new bleeding incidents occurring just hours before the examination. Jagi Vasudev, who is 66 years old, founded the Isha Foundation in 1992. The community, with its headquarters near Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu, promotes customized yoga, referred to as Isha Yoga. Reports say its social outreach projects have touched the lives of over 200 million people worldwide. Patanjali Ayurved has apologized to the Supreme Court for misleading claims about the company's products. Its managing director, Acharya Balakrishnan, assured the court that such advertisements will not be issued in the future. The apology came after the court criticized the herbal products maker for not responding to a contempt notice. The court ordered Balakrishnan and co-founder Yoga Guru Baba Ramdev to appear before it on April 2nd. The Indian Medical Association started the case against Patanjali over its propaganda against allopathy medicine and COVID-19 vaccines. Patanjali Ayurved is a multinational conglomerate founded by Baba Ramdev. The company, based in the religious town of Haridwar, has become one of India's fastest-growing companies and biggest revenue earner in recent times. India is taking another step in its quest to find valuable minerals hidden in the depths of the ocean, which could hold the key to a cleaner future. The country, which already has 2 deep-sea exploration licenses in the Indian Ocean, has applied for 2 more amid increasing competition between major global powers to secure critical minerals. The UN-affiliated International Seabed Authority has issued 31 exploration licenses so far, of which 30 are active. Countries including China, Russia, and India are vying to reach the huge deposits of mineral resources, cobalt, nickel, copper, manganese, that lie thousands of meters below the surface of oceans. These are used to produce renewable energy, such as solar and wind power, electric vehicles, and battery technology needed to battle against climate change. The Ukrainian Air Force has said 31 Russian missiles fired against Kiev have been intercepted. Authorities said falling debris injured at least 17 individuals, including a toddler, and 4 of them have been hospitalized. This is the biggest Russian attack in recent weeks, and it comes after Moscow vowed to exact retribution on Ukraine for recent attacks on its border areas. Reports said just before daybreak, several explosions were heard throughout the city as its air defense systems brought down the rockets. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky renewed his request for more military assistance from Western partners in response to the attack. Indonesia's Defense Minister Prabowo Subianto has been confirmed winner of the recent presidential election in the world's third-largest democracy. Prabowo called for unity, while his opponents pledged to challenge the outcome. Despite being plagued by human rights abuse allegations for many years, the ex-general secured over 58% of the total votes. He managed to win over voters who are active on social media with his TikTok videos, where he was portrayed as a lovable grandfather. After the Election Commission declared the official tally on Wednesday, the 72-year-old appealed to those who didn't support him, saying, "Give us a chance." In February, the world's largest single-day election took place across 3 time zones and 17,000 islands, and 80% of the 205 million registered voters made their way to polling centers. Google's upcoming Pixel 8, a smartphone, is expected to launch at the Google Developer Conference. The phone, considered a budget-friendly counterpart to the premium Google Pixel 8 series, is anticipated to offer robust features at a lower price point. The Pixel 8a is likely to feature a full HD and OLED display with a high refresh rate and peak brightness. It could be powered by Google's latest Tensor G3 processor, similar to the Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro, but with a slightly different chipset. The phone is expected to have substantial RAM and storage. The camera setup could include a primary sensor, an ultra-wide-angle sensor, and a front camera for selfies and video calls. The phone is also expected to have an in-display fingerprint scanner, USB Type-C port, stereo speakers, and water and dust resistance. In an effort to hasten the auto industry's transition to electric vehicles, President Joe Biden has announced the introduction of the harshest vehicle exhaust pollution rule ever. It includes a goal to increase the percentage of electric vehicles sold in the U.S. from current levels to 56% by 2032. The Biden administration claims that the move will significantly cut greenhouse gas emissions. The Environment Protection Agency estimates that the legislation will avert 7 billion tons of carbon dioxide emissions over the course of the next 30 years. The US is adopting a more measured stance when compared to the UK and the EU, who plan to outlaw the sale of any gasoline-powered vehicles by 2035. A UK-based startup is set to send ultra-high-definition cameras to the International Space Station soon. The 4K system, developed by Send.com, will be mounted on the front of the ISS, promising to deliver breathtaking views of our planet. One of the cameras will be directed towards the horizon, capturing the beauty of sunrises, sunsets, and the auroras of the north and south. Another camera will be aimed directly downwards, providing a detailed look at the Earth's surface. The London-based company is no stranger to space technology, having already launched a small satellite in 2022 that streams live video. The company has ambitious plans to expand the reach of its technology to various locations, including the moon. The firm is also generating revenue from these products by collaborating with film and TV companies. Neuralink, a startup that makes brain chips, has released a video of its first patient using a computer. In a 9-minute live broadcast on social media platform X, Noland Arbaugh plays online chess with a cursor. He underwent a chip implant in January, following a diving accident that left him paralyzed below the shoulders. The startup, owned by billionaire Elon Musk, wants to help treat complex neurological diseases by using computers to interface with human brains. The size of a 1-pound coin, Neuralink's device is implanted into the skull and contains microscopic wires that can detect neuron activity and transmit a wireless signal to a receiving device. Neuralink is only one of many businesses and academic institutions working to develop and eventually market this technology. Thank you for watching. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Do tune in, same time tomorrow, for a roundup of the latest news and updates in India and around the world.